In this video, we're going to show you the perfect itinerary for the Côte d'Azur, the French Riviera. One of the questions we get asked most is how many days to stay in the region. To see the main cities like Nice, Monaco, Èze, and Cannes without rushing, we recommend at least 5 days, but the ideal is 7 days. That's why we've prepared a super complete 7-day itinerary with the best of the Côte d'Azur. If you have less time, you can cut the Saint-Tropez day or the Antibes day. So let's get started. When is the best time to visit the Côte d'Azur? In our opinion, the best times are the shoulder seasons. We recommend September and October. The weather is still warm enough for the beach, the seawater is perfect, but the crazy crowds of July and August are gone, and hotel prices start to drop. Spring in May and June is also wonderful, with everything in bloom, although the seawater might still be a bit cold. Avoid the peak of summer if you can, as traffic becomes impossible and prices triple. Winter is very quiet and not a beach destination. So how will our 7-day itinerary work? The idea is to use Nice as a single base, staying at the same hotel for the entire trip. Nice is the largest city, has the airport, the main train station, and the best logistics. The secret to this itinerary is to use the train and bus for day trips to Monaco and Cannes, and perhaps rent a car for just one day to go to Saint-Tropez or explore the inland. Now, let's get to the day-by-day plan. Day 1. Arrival in Nice and Promenade des Anglais. Take the first day to arrive. You'll likely fly into Nice Airport, which is super conveniently located, right on the sea. From there, you can take an Uber or the tram, the electric streetcar, directly to your hotel in the center. After checking in, start soaking up the city's vibe, head straight to the Promenade des Anglais, the famous 7-kilometer boardwalk that lines the Bay of Angels. Take a leisurely walk, admire the turquoise sea. It's important to know, the beach in Nice is made of pebbles, not sand. For dinner, find a restaurant in the Old Town, Vieux Nice, which is near the waterfront. A great choice to try the local food is Le Safari at the Cours Salé market. Order a saka or a salade niçoise. Expect to spend about €50 per person. Day 2. Nice, Old Town and Castle Hill. Today we'll explore the city of Nice in depth. Start the morning in Vieux Nice, the Old Town. Get lost in the narrow, colorful alleys, full of old buildings in shades of yellow and ochre. The main attraction here is the Cours Salé, the famous flower and local produce market, which happens every morning except Mondays. It's a spectacle of colors and smells. For lunch, the golden tip to save money is to try Nice's street food. The best is saka, a thin pancake made from chickpea flour and olive oil. The most traditional place to try it is Chez Pipo. It costs only a few euros. Another option is the pain bagnat, which is basically a salade niçoise inside a round bun. In the afternoon, let's climb the Colline du Château, or Castle Hill. It's right next to the Old Town. There's no castle there anymore, but there's a beautiful park with an artificial waterfall. You can go up via a free elevator or take the stairs. The view from the top is the best photo of Nice, showing the entire curve of the Promenade des Anglais and the port on the other side. Entry is free. Staying in a good area will make your trip much easier. You'll be close to all these tourist spots. In Nice, which will be our base city, location is everything. The best areas to stay are near the Promenade des Anglais, for those who want to wake up with a sea view. Another great option is around Place Masséna, the main square. You'll be in the center of everything, near the Old Town and the main shopping avenue. Staying in Vieux Nice, the Old Town, is charming, but it can be noisy at night and difficult to reach with luggage. We created this custom map, which explains exactly which is the best region. If you stay in this marked area, you can't go wrong. We'll leave the link to this map here on the QR code on the screen, and in the video description. We created it on the hotel site we always use, as it always has the best prices. There, you can put in your travel dates and see all the hotel options within that location, at the lowest prices. We'll also leave links to the hotels where we've stayed. There's one that is very cheap and super well located, an excellent budget option, and another one that's a bit nicer, in the same location but a little more expensive. They are great options. An important tip to save on lodging is the advance booking strategy. The earlier you book your hotel, the less you will pay, especially in the summer. This is why we love using this website. Besides having the lowest prices, it has free cancellation for almost all hotels. You can book as early as possible to guarantee a much lower price, and if you need to cancel later, it's super easy and costs nothing. And remember that in the link below, we always organize everything you need to plan your entire trip for the best price. The sites we use to plan our trips, and that have everything much cheaper. Travel eSIM, travel insurance at half price, tickets for all attractions, good and cheap hotels we've stayed at, cheap car rentals, and the global account to carry money paying much lower fees. And the links already contain automatic discounts, as we are always updating them. So save and use this page that will make your trip much easier. Day 3. Village of Èze and Principality of Monaco. Today, we'll do 2 of the most famous day trips. Start early. To get to Èze, the best way is to take the bus, line 82 or 602, from the Nice bus station. The journey takes about 30 minutes and the view from the mountain road is spectacular. The train does not stop at the village, it stops down by the beach. Èze is a medieval village hanging more than 400 meters above the sea. It's a labyrinth of stone alleys. The main attraction at the very top is the Jardin Exotique. The exotic garden entry costs €7 and is worth every cent. It's a garden of cacti and succulents with the most unbelievable view of the entire Côte d'Azur. For lunch, you can eat in Èze, but the restaurants are expensive. The famous Hotel Château de la Chèvre d'Or has a Michelin-starred restaurant with astronomical prices. After lunch, take the bus back to the main road and from there, either catch another bus, line 607, or return to Nice and take the train to Monaco. The train ride from Nice to Monaco takes 25 minutes and costs about €4. Arriving in Monaco, climb the hill called Le Rocher, where the Prince's Palace is. If you arrive on time, the changing of the guard happens at 11:55 a.m. In the afternoon, head down to Monte Carlo. This is where all the glamour is. Enter the lobby of the Monte Carlo Casino, which is free. To enter the gaming rooms, the entry fee is about €18, and you must be dressed appropriately. Walk around the casino square to see the luxury cars and stroll through the harbor, admiring the giant yachts. Have dinner in Monaco, or return to Nice for dinner, which is cheaper. Day 4. Cannes and Antibes. Today we'll head west of Nice. Take the regional train from Niceville station towards Cannes. The journey takes about 40 minutes and costs about €7. Cannes is the city of the famous film festival. Spend the morning walking along La Croisette, the waterfront boulevard, lined with luxury hotels like the Carlton and designer stores. See the Palais des Festivals, the palace where the festival takes place, and look for the celebrity handprints on the sidewalk. Unlike Nice, the beaches in Cannes are sandy. For lunch, Cannes is expensive. Look for restaurants in the back streets behind La Croisette, in the Le Souquet district, for better prices. In the afternoon, take the train back, but stop halfway, in the town of Antibes. The trip from Cannes to Antibes takes only 10 minutes. Antibes is a super charming old walled city. Visit the Musée Picasso, located in a castle by the sea where the artist lived. The ticket costs €8. Walk through the Provençal Market and the Port Vauban, the billionaire's harbor, to see unbelievable yachts return to Nice at the end of the day. Day 5. Day trip to Saint-Tropez. Today is the day for the longest and most glamorous trip. Saint-Tropez is far from Nice, about a 2-hour drive without traffic, which is rare in summer. You have two options. The first is to rent a car just for this day. This gives you freedom, but be prepared for heavy traffic near Saint-Tropez and to pay a lot for parking. The second option, which we highly recommend in summer, is to go by boat. There is a ferry that leaves from the port of Nice in the morning, takes about 2.5 hours sailing along the coast, and drops you in Saint-Tropez. You spend the day there and return in the late afternoon. It's expensive, about €70 round trip, but the journey is beautiful and you avoid all traffic. Arriving in Saint-Tropez, the attraction is the Old Port. Sit at a cafe like the famous Sénéquier with its red chairs and watch the parade of people and giant yachts. Then, walk to the Place de Lys, a charming square where locals play pétanque. For lunch, the tip is to avoid the port. The restaurants there are extremely expensive. Look for something in the back streets. If you want a beach, the most famous is Plage de Pampelonne, but it's a 15-minute drive from the center. That's where the famous beach clubs like Club 55 are. An important tip that will save you time and money is to buy tickets for attractions and tours in advance. Buying on the spot is always more expensive. We'll leave the link on the QR code on the screen and in the description to the site where we always buy tickets and tours for the best price. It's the largest tour site in the world and has practically everything there. Tickets for the Oceanographic Museum of Monaco, the Picasso Museum, the boat trip from Nice to Saint-Tropez, and guided tours to Èze and Monaco, all at the best price and you can buy in any currency, saving on fees. Day 6. Museums in Nice or Saint-Paul-de-Vence. After so many day trips, today is a calmer day. Option 1. Stay in Nice and explore the city's museums. In the Cimier neighborhood, there are two incredible museums. The Matisse Museum is dedicated to the painter who lived in Nice. The Chagall Museum has the artist's beautiful biblical works. Tickets cost about €10 each. Option 2. If you like artist villages, take bus line 400 to Saint-Paul-de-Vence. It's a medieval village on a hilltop, famous for its art galleries. It's a super charming half-day trip. Day 7. Market, final shopping, and departure. On your last day, enjoy the morning in Nice. Go to the Cours Soleil, in the Old Town. If it's not Monday, the flower and food market will be there. It's the best place to buy your souvenirs, like soaps from Marseille, herbs de Provence, and olive oils. Do your last-minute shopping on Avenue Jean Médecin, which is the main street for popular retail, with the Galeries Lafayette store. Depending on your flight time, have lunch in the Old Town. The restaurant Chez Pipo is perfect for one last saka, the chickpea pancake. It costs less than €15. Afterward, just take the tram or an Uber and head to the Nice Côte d'Azur airport for your flight home. Now let's talk about transportation, reinforcing it. For this itinerary, the TER regional train and the buses are your best friends. They connect Nice to Monaco, Cannes, and Antibes quickly and cheaply, and save you from the stress of traffic and expensive parking. We do not recommend renting a car for these routes. Rent a car for one day only, specifically to go to Saint-Tropez, or to explore the inland, like Saint-Paul-de-Vence. About travel insurance, essential and mandatory to enter Europe. You need coverage of 30,000 euros. Use the comparator in the link in the description to save money. Quick shopping tips. Avenue Jean Médecin in Nice for normal stores. La Croisette in Cannes, and the Golden Circle in Monaco for luxury. The Cours Salea Market for local products. And remember, tax-free. Ask for the form on purchases over 100 euros and 1 cent. Validate it at the Nice airport before checking your bags. And for those who are new here to the channel, welcome. Subscribe and like the video for more tips. And how much does it cost to eat on the Côte d'Azur? It's an expensive region, especially Monaco, Cannes, and Saint-Tropez. Nice has cheaper options. A Big Mac combo costs 12 euros. Water at a restaurant is expensive. Ask for a carafe d'eau, which is free tap water. A budget meal like sake is under 15 euros. A mid-range dinner is 50 to 70 euros per person. And the tip is not obligatory. Service is included. And what to do at night? In Nice, the scene is in the bars of Vieux Nice. In Cannes, the night is chic on La Croisette. In Monaco, the night revolves around the casino. And Saint-Tropez is the party capital in summer, with beach clubs that turn into parties. And if you're traveling with children, they'll love the Oceanographic Museum of Monaco. The ticket costs about 19 euros, and it's an incredible aquarium. In Antibes, there is Marineland, a large park with dolphin shows, and the sandy beaches of Cannes and Antibes are better for them than the pebble beaches of Nice. And to combine your trip, from the Côte d'Azur, you are on the border with Italy. From Nice, you can take a train and be in Ventimiglia or San Remo, Italy, in 40 minutes. It's a super easy day trip. If you liked this detailed Côte d'Azur itinerary, like the video and subscribe to our channel. Leave your questions in the comments. Thank you very much and have a great trip.